Okay, so I just want to get a quick introduction to the coordinate graphing plane, and this is one of those things that some of you will find you feel is really easy for you, and some of you you're going to have to work a little harder for it. But the really good news here is no matter what your brain type is and no matter how this is perceived, everybody can get good at this with just a little bit of practice. So let's go ahead and just talk about the basics of this thing. Now, one of the main things that you want to make sure you're comfortable with is the idea that this is the x-axis, and then the vertical line is the y-axis. So the x-coordinate always tells you if you're going right or left, and the y-axis tells you, or the y-coordinate always tells you if you're going up or down. It's not pretty up or down, but you get the idea. Where these two guys cross, this center point here has a name. It's called the origin, and we'll talk about a little bit more about that later, but it's the origin. It's, you know, the direction that everything comes from. And remember that these lines are going on forever, up and down. So this is the essence of our plane, or of our graph. Now, we do have some names, and of course we're really tricky when we name things. This is the first quadrant, and then we go in counterclockwise order and to get our second, and then this of course is the third, and this is the fourth. So that is how we name the quadrants. Pretty straightforward. We just have to remember that we do like to use Roman numerals for those numbers, and I think that that's one of the reasons for that is because we don't want to get it confused with the other numbers that we'll be seeing. Remember that the horizontal, the x-axis here, is just like a number line. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Of course, where it crosses is at 0, and then -1, -2, -3, -4, and continuing out forever. So the x-axis is really just a number line, so nothing new there. The y-axis is really taking the number line and flipping it 90 degrees. So this is, again, the number line, but it's just going up and down. It's going vertical instead of horizontal. So when we think about what makes more sense, does it make more sense for the numbers to get bigger or smaller as they go higher? And most of us would agree that it makes more sense for the numbers to go higher as the line goes higher. And then, of course, the same applies down here. It goes lower as the graph goes down. So hopefully you get the idea. And at this point where they cross is 0 for both of them.